for a capsule. Life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Alright guys, this is the Slinger, and this is another Warframe grind video. Today we have a treat for you. Two weapons that are, I think, comparable and similar. Not exactly the same, but similar enough. The Silva and the Octantis. So it's the Silva Aegis Prime and the Sigma Octantis. Okay. These weapons are very similar. I'm using the same actual build on them. And it is pretty much the meta build for this weapon that's going around. So I've tried other things, and this build does seem to work the best. The stance is not 11th Storm. Let me see here. The stance is Final Harbinger. That's the one that everybody says to get. I tried 11th Storm. I used 11th Storm while I was leveling up both of them in 4-man name because I didn't have Final Harbinger. So I actually just bought it for like 10 plat, threw it on there, and it is, I do feel that it gets faster using Berserker Fury. It just seems like it came alive, and it moves around really fast. I was really impressed with it. I tried 11th Storm like at the same time, and I was like, okay, yeah, no. Final Harbinger, powerful slashes and shield attacks. It's pretty good. Both of these have identical builds. They do not have identical stats, but they do in a way have similar stats, okay? So this is the Sigma. Alright, it's 105 critical chance and 5.5 critical multiplier. Let's go look at the Silva. It has 93.8 and a 5 critical multiplier. So you would think that the Octantis has the edge because it has that little bit of difference with the exact same mods, okay? And this is a pure heat type weapon, okay? I don't know why I'm saying okay. I feel like I'm on South Park all of a sudden. Okay. Yeah, so let's look. Whoops, wrong one. Let's go back to the Octantis. Alright, so it's got the 5.5 multiplier. This one, instead of heat, it's heavy and slash with some impact and some puncture, but IPS value is base to slash, okay? So these are gonna be very similar weapons. They'll move similar because they use the same stances. There's minute differences. Here's the thing. In the simulacron, when I was using them, I gave the edge to the Octantis, believe it or not. But then when I was playing in Steel Path, and I believe it's because of the heavy heat taking down the armor, the Silva did really well. In fact, I was priming with both of them. Now I wasn't probably, well, yeah, no, I was using just a Cycron, you know, just normal primer, and I had my Panzer Vogelfile on, so there was Toxin, Corrosive. Let me see what's on here instead of just guessing. All right, so this was a heat radiation, sorry, my Canadianisms. Heat, radiation, and corrosive that I was playing with earlier. Also, usually on my intros, I start with part of the gameplay, and then after I'm done, I use finish. Obviously, with two different weapons, I'm using two different cuts from two different games. So, but let's load up some 190s right now, some Corruptos, and get my tough guy armor up. There we go. And I'll do a little primering. I'm going to try not to kill with anything really but my weapon here. See, the crits on this turn nice early because it's got that little bit higher chance with Blood Rush. So it turns red a little bit faster than the Silva. But it's really not important, the red or the orange. What's important is how they kill. And it's neck and neck with the exact same build. It's almost like in one situation, one's better. And another situation, the other's better. So let me put on the Silva right now. Get some primer in there. Boy, these suckers are mad at me. It's that radiation, man. Radiation makes them come at you. I guess that's a quality of life thing, this new transporting deal that I've been noticing for the last couple days. Must be one of the updates. Anybody left? No. So, like I said, in the Simulacron, it seemed like the Octantis had the edge, and then when I got out in Steel Path, it didn't. I don't know how it's going to go with higher and higher level, but you could offset that by using more heat in your primer. Man, I just think they're neck and neck. I really do. I've heard other people say that the Silva takes off at the higher level, but a lot of those people don't use primers, so that would make a big difference, right? So let's look at the damage levels: 755, 755, and I know damage doesn't really matter when you're using primers. and condition overload, but something to compare. Alright, so this one only has 413 as the damage. So, but it's got the higher crit. And they're both using condition overload. So, they are multiples though. You know what I mean? It is a multiple of the damage, condition overload. So, maybe that's why it takes off at the higher stages. I haven't had these past level 200, so I'd have to do that to tell you for sure. But I just played some normal steel path and leveled them both up. And got a good feel for the weapons. I do like both of them. I'm surprised. I've had these forever and never really wanted to use them. So, but I figured because of the new updates, I would try out some kind of sword and shield type looking thing with the new Styanex. Maybe something I could add to him, but honestly, I don't think he's hardy enough to run with this kind of setup. He's not going to be a melee god for me. I have been evolving with him already, and I do have a shield gate setup, but it's not as easy. It's not going to be easy for everybody to do it. So, all right, guys, that's my video. Both of them are really good, and there is others that are similar too, but these ones you actually use the same build and they are close. So I would say if you have one already, you pretty much understand closely what the other one's like, because they do use the same stances. Now, I wouldn't call either of them mastery fodder because they're pretty good. And that, my friends, is a Warframe grind video. So get out there.